Hey, welcome. It's Kicking All the Way time and it's me, Lola Jimmy. And today I have a special edition for you because it's almost like a sequel to one of the editions we had earlier on in the year. She needs no introduction. Let me just keep it simple. I love this lady because she loves me and she shows it, so it's very mature. Guys, welcome with me the amazing Peju Ugboma of I Love Desserts.
Hi everyone, how are you guys doing today? Thank you for bringing me in today.
I'm so happy you're here, Peju. You know, early in the year when we started this, should I say this journey, we did not have a clue
where this was going to take us,
what this was going to take us, what was even coming in front, you know. I think we must have done it in what, January? Yes.
It was like the second or third week in January.
Look at that. And then March happened.
Lockdown
happened. And we had all these great grand goals. You know, when we shared all our goals and the things we wanted to do.
I know.
And Peju, honestly, I can say that you've been able to achieve a lot of those things you set out to do.
Happy me! Thank you,
I am
Natalia. Thank you.
I am so thrilled to share the kitchen with you today because you're going to talk us through about how you got it done. It wasn't for the faint-hearted, I must say that. You know, during the lockdown, Peju really literally started a caking revolution on her page on Instagram. Like, you know, for I think you were just showing up. Sometimes you were uncomfortable, but you showed up back to back. And everyone was at a time in their life where they were scared. I remember for the first 2-3 weeks, I was just quiet. I didn't even want to show up on social media at all. But I mean, you came, you started to do free courses. I mean, and I know
Those courses were not free,
you know, at the beginning.
The Holy Spirit paid me.
You can say that again. You can say that
so
again.
So if you think it was free, yes, it was free, but
I'm going somewhere. You know, I've seen a lot of free classes, but because you're well traveled, and guys, my friend is well traveled. She's well trained. She's not a self-taught cake maker. No, everything she knows, she's traveled all over the world to learn it. And so she's one of those people, when she's doing something, I want to watch it because she will show you exactly how it is done, textbook style. And because your work really is about, we do a lot of baking and creating, yours is really tailored to the taste. So example is a good example when you share your bread recipe, and of course the banana bread recipe she's going to share with us today. Guys, you don't want to miss this show. You don't want to miss that. You know, I just found for each time you came and you showed a recipe, it was a recipe that worked so well, taste-wise, flavor-wise, texture-wise. My friend, I have to just give it to you. You know your work.
Thank God. Thank God is all I can say.
Amazing.
What I know, but
amazing. I mean, before you go into the gist of what you will do today, there was a day you shared with me, and we need to say that here and now. You know, Peju went from a very shy, just leave me, it's my work, it's my cake, and you opened this, I don't know, do I call it an avenue for people to join your
free classes.
Your free classes, and so you, on your website, there was a link, everybody had to go and register. Can you just take me through what happened in a span of one day?
Okay, so this whole idea of free classes just started with me having to deal with fear of coronavirus. And I just prayed and the idea came, and I didn't discuss it with anyone before I did this. I just put out the post. I was like, if nobody logs on, I'll eat my banana bread. I mean, then look, it's still an uncomfortable place for me to be in front of the camera or showing my face. I'm used to walking behind the scenes, let my work do the talking. However, when this started, I didn't think it was going to go.
It became beyond you.
I think it was beyond me. I got discouraged, and one thing you said to me since then stuck with me. You said, remember your why.
Your why you're doing this.
when you the day, because I said, look, I'm not doing any free classes again. People are profiteering off this. When you said remember your why, I thought about it and I asked myself, do you want them to learn it and just sit down at home and not do anything with it? To the glory of God, you know, businesses have been built from those free classes. I have messages, emails from people saying thank you, you know. Before the lockdown started, they didn't know how they were going to survive, but everybody became a bread merchant in their estate.
I know, right?
People are selling banana. I'm like, okay, for your glory, oh Lord.
Fantastic.
You know, but I mean, my page went crazy. Like, my DMs were, I had so many people. And I'm like, is it just because of...
It's not just because...
I remember calling you at 12 o'clock.
I know.
12 a.m. And I said, God, this is not for me. I can't deal with this. And then I was encouraged. I went on with it. And I'm glad I did it though.
Beautiful. I love that. I love that. Today, you know, when I was discussing with Peju, I'm like, Peju, what should we do? Peju was giving us all these huge names. Lemon something, and I mean, Peju, please. I'm like, no, my viewers, I want to just break things down for them.
Do you guys actually agree with her? Do you actually agree with her? I don't agree with her.
Peju, wait. Wait. This is my show. I will do what I want to do.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, guys. So that banana bread is what we're doing today.
You tried it before?
I love it. You know, we tried it so many times during the lockdown. I was able to bake it with my kids. There was a time I got them to bake it themselves, and it was
very
lovely.
easy to put together.
It's so easy to put together. Sometimes we didn't even need to use a mixer. We just whack the whole thing with our hands, and it was always so soft, so flavorful, you know. And I love that about a good banana bread. Okay, we are back, and in front of me is, in fact, the smell, the aroma. These ingredients is something, Peju.
Yeah.
Really something. I find, you know, the simplest of cakes or bakes, just use the best of ingredients.
The simplest and the best quality available. Well, except bananas.
Yeah.
Let's start with the bananas.
You can say that again.
Can you see how rotten the bananas are? You see, this type don't make the best banana bread.
So you mean this type?
Like, you see the whitish ones? You see these limp ones, right? They're really nasty looking ones. These are the best to use.
Yeah, you can say that.
Now, if you don't have soggy bananas, as I like to call them, you can just pop this at the back of your freezer for about what? The night before? It gets soggy. You put it in an oven, you bake it fast. It's quite mushy, and you just mash it. Make sure you don't eat it before you finish. But you need very soggy bananas.
Very soggy, guys. Note that word.
Very soggy. The rotten bananas, basically. And then every other thing.
So can you tell us why? It has to be the soggy one.
The flavor has developed completely. Yes. These ones are still ripening. The sugar in it isn't completely released. But these ones, they are at their best as far as banana bread is concerned. Yeah.
Fantastic. So how many of this will I start to mash?
So I like to do, depending on how much of it I'm doing, but I want the flavor of the bananas to be intense.
Right.
So I tend to use a lot of bananas, but averagely you need 4 extra large bananas.
Oh, so do you call this extra?
These are miniature bananas.
These are mini.
Yeah.
They're like mini, so we're going to use like double.
I would like you to use the really soggy ones first.
Alright.
So you mash for me?
Yes.
Good girl. Okay, all the brown ones? Yeah, that one.
That one.
They make the best. No, it's not. Averagely, I'd say when you mash it, it should be about 2 cups. And if you have any leftovers, fret not. You see, when you have small bowls with cover, just put in a small bowl, cover it up, wrap it in cling film, and put it in your freezer, and you're fine. So what I do, I portion it out. So I measure every 2 cups, and I put it in a bowl and I put it in the freezer.
I like that.
So when I need it, I just leave it out at room temperature to thaw. It's a gory sight when you open it. The smell is nasty, but it tastes amazing.
Can see that.
Yeah.
So will this be enough?
You can add one more.
Just one more.
Yeah. It's not like it's a lot. Yeah.
Right.
So we're fine. But the banana flavor will be intense.
Right.
Okay. Well, Lorde is mashing the bananas. I'm going to start with the melted butter and the sugar. So we're going to use half a cup of white sugar. I'll get half a cup of brown sugar as well. It's always better to use the scale, but hey, we're baking. We're gonna eat it. Are you guys not jealous? We have a ton of banana bread.
No, we're doing this so that they can try it.
You will but make sure you try it. Don't let this be in vain.
Yes, you should try this.
So I have a cup of brown sugar. If you don't have brown sugar in your pantry, just use white sugar and you'll be fine. So when that is there, you put your melted butter. Now, if you use melted butter, you have a denser banana bread. If you use softened butter where you whip it, it's more cakey, so it's lighter. I like it dense. I mean, why is it banana bread if it's not dense? Right. So I tend to do, you can do half and half, best of both worlds like I have there. So I'm just gonna pour that into it.
So you know what, Peju, as I'm even mashing these bananas, it was just a breeze, just mashing this really soft.
If it's soft, get your children to do this. This is a good way to get them. But ensure they don't finish eating it before you guys are done though. So it's very easy to get put together. But if you are pressed for time, rather than use a fork to mash it, just put your blender in. Ooh. And in no time, you're good. Now, personally, I like chunks in my banana bread. I don't like it when it's super gooey like baby food. So I like, you know.
Okay, so this is fine, right?
Yes, it's fine. Do you want us to blend it a little bit more?
Just a little bit more.
Lovely. Be careful so that you don't.
You're going up. This is it.
You see why you should use fork and not follow gadgets with Olade? I use my hands to do it. Thank you.
Oh, but I really love this trick though.
It's quicker. If the banana...
I was struggling with the bananas.
Why am I your friend if I can help you?
Amazing. Okay, so we've just put this on the side. There's no need to wash this, right?
No, we're gonna make it mess.
Okay, so we'll just put this on.
No. We'll just put it in the bowl.
Oh, okay.
So, look, this is basically a one bowl recipe. If you're not doing serere,
exactly,
it's a one bowl recipe. To be honest with you. So that's nice and.
So do we put the flavor in here?
No.
Okay.
I usually will just cream that. You should do it. Let me give the instruction.
You know you do it. This is your gig.
I'm not your maid, you know. I'm not your maid. Okay, so basically.
How many days now? Let's come clean with a few weeks.
1 month, 3 days, 42 hours, and 30 seconds.
Oh my god.
But hey, it's all
up. Oh gosh.
Anyway, so I'm just gonna give that like a soft whisk. You're not beating it like you're creaming sugar for cake, no. It's just to get it combined. Can I have a spatula to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So this type of spatula or a bubble whisk?
No, a flat spatula will work. That will work. But just to scrape the sides.
Yeah. Okay, scraping the sides, guys.
And if you don't have a handheld mixer, trust me, you can use a wooden spoon and you will be fine.
Exactly.
Once your butter is melted, you're good.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, so
this is fine, right?
This is fine, and then we add the vanilla to it. Now, when you're doing this, do me a favor. Don't use any cheap vanilla. There's a difference between good vanilla and not so good vanilla. You can taste it. You don't want it to have that saccharine.
Yes, you can even smell it. So vanilla extract.
Well, she brought out the gold today. So we're using the Top Gun. So we're gonna do, so we're just gonna do 1 teaspoon. Look at that. Look how luscious that is.
Concentrated.
Money good.
With the specks.
Look at that.
Lovely, isn't it? You know, smelling this already, I can.
You can tell it's a good stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can really feel. So let me just rinse my hands, so I can just scoop it.
Whilst Lola is rinsing her hands, I'll be done there.
Peju,
we work with our hands. God gave you 2 hands.
I know, Peju, but in my kitchen, before you touch it, you have to wash.
I washed my hands.
You never wash your hands.
Yes, ma.
Just clean it here.
Okay, ma. Thank you, ma. Anyways, now that we have the vanilla in, I'm gonna put the eggs 1 at a time.
Okay.
Now, I don't want to put all the eggs at the same time because I didn't. If you mix it beforehand, you can do that.
That's fine.
Okay.
So it's important, guys. You add the eggs 1 at a time, okay, and you mix it up.
You see, this thing is not going off.
Careful.
I seen it. Yeah. So the last one. So you stop mixing just until you don't see the eggs anymore. And then I want to scrape it.
Let me have this.
Thank you. And scrape. Instead of it to help me mix, yeah, they're using me for sure. What kind of friend are you?
Peju, this is your gig, so go ahead.
Okay.
So do we need this scale?
No, we don't. My flour is pre-measured already. I think it's 1.5 cups of flour.
So while you're doing this, do I get on with the pecan?
Yes, so we're gonna do a variety today. So we're gonna do some Nutella, some chocolate chips, some pecans, some.
So from this one batch, we're going to do
you can
variety.
just split it as much
That's
as you
incredible.
want.
I love that. And I can see you have here Greek yogurt.
Yeah, I have Greek yogurt and I have milk. Ideally, it should be buttermilk or Greek yogurt, but I prefer to use Greek yogurt because it's thicker and it lends a lot of moisture to it. When it melts, it lends moisture. Same with the bananas. When it melts, it dissolves a little bit and it releases water, so that moistens your cake.
Okay, so let me just start cutting up the pecans and the walnuts, yes.
Okay, so whilst you're doing that, I'm going to measure, I'm going to mix the dry ingredients.
Right.
Dry ingredients today, the all-purpose flour. We're going to use a pinch of salt and some baking soda.
So I could just whack this into like
chunks, whatever chunks. I don't
blending machine, right? And just,
it's too finely grounded. When you do into like
Can I mix this up?
Yeah, if you want, that's fine. And then I just give it a quick whisk in my hand with a boiling whisk. This is the quickest thing you can put together. The patience you need is just when you need it to cool down.
I'm telling you.
I don't wait. I just eat it right now. I don't wait anymore. I want it and I want it now. And then just give it a quick toss. That is done. Okay, so we're gonna do that last. Okay, so now that I'm done with that,
this is fine. Is this?
That's
should
okay.
I go?
You can leave some chunks in it.
Right.
Life is all about textures, my darling.
Oh gosh, textures.
Yes.
I
Okay.
love textures.
Okay, so when that is done, I'm gonna add all my dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. This has just what? Sugar, melted butter, and vanilla. I'm just gonna dump that into it.
All at once.
All at once. Now the thing about Nigerian flour, the amount of gluten in Nigerian flour, oh my god. So whatever it is you're doing, just gently.
Are we still using this?
No, we don't
We're
have
not.
to.
Okay,
No, we don't
fine.
have to. Yeah. Thank you. So just give this. I'm not folding it. I just don't want flour all over me. Don't you like my lashes? So I'm just gonna mix it in, and once that is done, I'm gonna add my yogurt to it. The last thing I add is the bananas itself.
So can you do this all with the bubble whisk?
I don't do bubble whisk. It's
Why?
going to incorporate too much air into it. Remember, it's a dense bread. It's
Right.
a quick bread. It's
Right.
a quick bread because you're not using yeast for it.
Right.
See, this is just fine.
Right.
I'm gonna mix it some more so it really doesn't matter. And then I'm gonna add my yogurt to it. My hand is
Okay, just use this. That.
okay. Now this makes a world of difference. Like it makes a world of difference. So anywho.
So what's the measurement of the yogurt?
It depends on the type.
And must it be Greek yogurt?
Well, personal preference.
Madam Flavor, right here. So what, can you use any kind of yogurt?
If you use the other types of yogurt, they're too runny. Greek yogurt is very thick,
very
so
thick.
I'd rather
so
just
you
use.
use the thick consistent. But there's some Greek yogurt that I've seen that are runny.
Let's not even, don't get me started.
Let's not even go there, right?
Anyways, don't you
Okay.
just want to lick
Oh
this?
my
Look at
goodness,
that.
look at that.
Oh, girl. Can I taste?
No taste, there's raw egg inside.
You know, when I'm hosting children's classes, I'm like, Mrs. U, can I taste it? Like, nah, it's got raw eggs. But you know what? Mrs. U has dipped a little finger in it and she's licked at it.
Did you remember to put your baking powder?
Yes, mommy.
Okay.
Yes, mommy. And then I don't mix this in completely because I'm still going to put my bananas in it. So, and that's
Look at that. This is amazing.
Incidentally, you know, during the lockdown,
Right.
this was the first class we had.
And you won us, so I must say, you won all of us from this.
Someone's like,
recipe
why
right
don't
here.
you sell banana bread? I'm like, leave something for some other people to sell. Don't be an ological.
Look at that. Look at that.
I
Just look at that. The smell.
It smells really good.
Coming out from this.
You be like, but it's just banana bread they're talking about.
It's not banana bread.
There's banana bread and there is banana bread. Anyway, so I'm gonna divide this into 2 bowls or 3 bowls. Now there's no need to wash. I'm gonna use my banana bowl, the bowl I used to mash the bananas, so that you are not.
Do you weigh? I'm such a huge fan of weighing. So I want to weigh my batter and know what one.
To portion it, I use half a cup, depending on what I'm baking.
Right.
But I want it all to look nice. Look, we're eating this, right?
Yes, we are.
You guys, sorry, but we're eating it. So, do we need any preference for this?
But for the sake of people at home, let's also teach them what to do.
Okay. Yes, mommy.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 2. You can add the walnuts, the walnuts, toasted walnuts and toasted pecans into it.
Okay. Yeah. Toasted, so how do you toast?
Just put it on the tray, 1 single layer, 160 degrees for 10 minutes and you're fine.
So do I whack everything?
Not everything, I think that would be too much.
I want to do...
Just put this on the future. What's wrong with you, sir?
See, I guided it with my hand, that's why everything didn't fall out.
But again,
okay.
So because we have a lot, it doesn't mean we should put everything at one go.
So
it's gonna
say is eyeball is, but don't intimidate people. Let's give them. Are we putting like this is what way?
If you look on the right side of the screen, you know when you're watching Food Network, like look to the right side of the screen.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the recipe will be here, so you know how much of it you need.
Okay, no problem. We'll do the homework.
As if I know how to put it. She's the techie one, but hey. I don't want to use all of this one. I want to.
Okay, so do I turn this or what?
Make yourself useful for me.
Okay.
Don't mix it in too much. And then that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Peju.
It was Bolade. It wasn't me.
Okay, Peju. Wait.
Please remove that. Remove that.
We can't clean it and just use it.
Actually, dollar is 500 naira. So please clean it because still use it.
And Peju, you just said we're using all of this. I'll take some home for my children and then some for the camera crew, right?
It'd be nice, Sha.
Look at that.
It'd be nice.
It's so clean.
Thank you.
Okay, so
we need to arrange them on the tray.
Okay. We're all about.
I'm going to get a bowl and I'm going to divide this so I can put some Nutella into it.
Okay, so how many of this are we placing here? For this particular. Do we weigh them?
No need to weigh it, Lolade. No. Okay, just split it amongst the 4. About 3/4 ways. Whatever you're using, don't fill it up to the brim. You want it to look nice, so don't just fill it up about 3/4 ways. Okay.
Because I really want to weigh this thing. I must weigh.
Break a leg.
No, I must weigh.
Please let me know when the latte is done weighing. We're gonna sleep here today. Like the bread should be in the oven by now.
No.
I have to go.
We want to weigh.
Do you need a spoon for that? Do you need a spoon for that?
1 second, please. A spoon? No.
I'll
make a mess.
That's gonna make a mess as well.
No.
You need about 60 grams.
Nah.
60 grams, young lady.
60.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe 75.
This is like 80. Let's just do like 85.
Girl,
if we had, weighed the entire thing now.
You don't need to.
Okay, this is 95.
Yes, ma'am. That's fine. Thank you. Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay. So I'm gonna split this again, just because we don't want to wash bowls. Okay.
Okay. What are we putting here?
We can add. You're gonna do a plain.
Plain.
Actually,
let's do. It's so boring. I don't want any plain here.
Okay, so do this. You can pour some in there. You can empty that into it, and then we'll put some Nutella, and then we'll swirl it.
Ooh.
Yum. That's the one I want.
Ooh.
Okay, so we'll use this one for the Nutella one. We'll do chocolate chips and that's plain. So you can add some chocolate chips to that one.
Okay. That will also add to the weight. Yeah. You were saying we should add some Nutella to this.
We'll do Nutella with this one. Okay, you don't want any plain ones.
This should be chunked.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
So if you're gonna sell that, are you gonna pour it straight in?
Of course not.
For
I was gonna eyeball it.
You see why we
What
were
kind of
fighting?
thing is this?
Pedro, you can't eyeball it, but Lola is about to pour a whole jar of chocolate chips into
Come
the
on,
banana
I
bread.
remember when you started your cake journey, you called me and then I was already a full-fledged cake maker.
Yes, ma'am.
And you called me so
Incidentally, do you know I've been married for 13 years? Lola made my wedding cake.
Yes, I did.
She did my makeup and she
Yes, I
made
did.
my wedding cake
Yes, I did.
13 years ago. Who knew?
We've come a long way, my dear.
Who knew?
A very long way.
Anyway.
So allow me to show you my senior move.
Yes, ma'am. Skewer for chocolate cheese. Well, ma.
Guys, this is for fun at home. If you're going to do this
Commercially,
you know what to do, guys, okay?
So, a note of warning here, the chocolate chips, don't leave the chocolate chips on top of it. It's gonna burn. Try as much as possible to mix it in properly. If you leave it on top, it's gonna burn. Please don't do that. We're doing this because we're the ones eating it. It's not the best practice, but hey,
You
we'll
know
get
what,
by.
Peju? I want to rephrase what you just said.
Oh, jeez. Now what?
Now, because we've tried it and I've tested it,
Mhm.
alright? When you use couverture chocolate, real chocolate, it doesn't burn.
True
It's the
that.
white one that burns.
White will change
It
color.
will change color. It
Yeah.
will become brown.
Yes, ma'am.
And especially when your heat is from the top, it will definitely
Mhm,
burn it.
mhm.
But putting it up here with your heat coming from below, or those ovens that have
Can you
a
imagine
fan,
slicing into this cake with the chocolate in it? Just slicing and then you see some gooey,
Yeah.
melted
that's when you
chocolate.
use real chocolate.
Oh
too.
my gosh. We're talking at least 35% cocoa butter. Not what? I'm not there. Anyway,
You're not
shade.
there. Okay, this is
That
fine.
looks nice,
This is
yes.
fine.
So we'll just use the remaining one for this one. That was what, 400?
Let me see.
So
Well,
about
roughly,
360
yeah.
before. So we'll do 360 again with this one. So we'll swirl the Nutella on it. You got me?
Yes, I got you.
If you bake this, I hope you send us a picture and you let us know.
You hashtag kicking all the way. Okay.
Just to swirl. Can you take the stick off?
Right.
If you want to get this done properly, just pop this in the microwave for about 10 seconds. And then, yeah.
So guys, it's just started raining here.
Guess what's gonna happen? Shall I suggest? We're gonna brew a nice cup of tea with the banana bread. Don't you just wish you were in this studio? Don't you just wish you were here? Now, how much Nutella you put in
A lot.
this depends on
A lot.
what your calorie intake for the day. But if you want to break a leg, be my guest.
Oh gosh.
Okay, I think that's fine. But you want some more?
No, that's fine.
Okay. If my children were in Lola's kitchen. Okay, so can you guys watch this for me? Yes, mom. And then, but hey.
Oh gosh. Okay, Peju, so this is just swirling, right? We're just making swirls, right? Like so.
Yeah, Chloe.
What are you doing behind me? Oh gosh. It's such a joy to always have Peju around. She's such a ball of energy.
I'm back.
My cake sister.
I'm back.
So I think this is just fine.
Just look at that. And then we're gonna bake this. Now, by now your oven should be on. We're gonna bake at 160 degrees for about 20 minutes. Now, if you're using a convection oven, bear in mind that it bakes faster. And then we're going to leave it in the oven for about 20 minutes. If you put a skewer stick in it, the skewer stick should come out clean. Now, for the one with the Nutella, be careful where you put your skewer stick, because if you put the skewer stick with the part with Nutella, do you know what will happen? It would still be gooey, but your cake is done. You don't want it to be overdone. So, this will go into the oven. Very nice. Done. We're gonna bake that now. You want some? Come get it.
Peju,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just gonna add a little more cream to mine. What now?
Is it tea you are drinking or milk?
Forget all of that, please. This is just how I like mine.
Oh, God. So can I touch now? You know it's your kitchen.
Yes.
I need permission.
Yes, definitely.
Please. I'm older than you. I should take before you.
Just let's get.
What's wrong with you? What do you think?
It's crunchy on the top.
Look at the chocolate inside. Just look. See when we were putting the
Crunchy
chocolate
on the top.
The banana flavor.
Very pronounced. Very moist.
That's the advantage of rotten bananas. You call them rotten, but they have.
Fantastic. They do have their place.
Okay. Can I go to my house now?
No, you can't.
What next?
We have to relish this moment and take it all in.
It's so yum. Seriously, guys, it's delicious. It is delicious.
So, guys, thank you so much.
I wish I could send some to you. You want some?
Thank you for joining me in this edition of Caking All the Way with my lovely friend Peju Ugboma. We should do this more often, shouldn't we?
I'm fat enough.
Thank you guys.
It was lovely being here with you guys today. I hope you're going to practice it. Tag hashtag Caking all the way.
Thank you so much for joining us and see you on our next edition.
Bye.